Everybody, you have just tuned in to Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. I'm your host tonight, Mr. James John, and we are your nightcap of comedy. As always, I am joined in virtual studio with some really good friends of mine, fellow comedians, the people that you already know and love. First off, our official sponsor from the law offices of Kaufman and Lynn. They've been representing and winning for the good people of Orlando for over 20 years. Now, Ken, tell everybody what Mr. Kaufman said when it comes to phone calls in his office. Hit him with it, bro.
407-500 Jeff.
And he'll pick up the
call
phone.
him. He will pick the phone up. Car crash, slip and fall, kicking the ass. When you need us.com. Call Jeff. He answering the phone. He said it, not me.
He did. Hey, did you accidentally swallow a bunch of Percocets? It wasn't your fault. Call Jeff. He'll take care of you.
We got a lot of weird ones. We got a lot of weird ones. We get a lot of
Yes,
weird
you
ones.
do. I bet you do, man.
Yeah.
Did
Also,
you leave a baby in a car? It don't even have to be your baby or your car. Call Jeff Kaufman. Did you slip and fall at a strip club and grab a pair of tatas? Hey, man, these things happen. Call Jeff Kaufman.
Best commercial ever.
Did Grindr hack into your account and sign you up with a bunch of pictures and messages to a dude named Marcelo? Man, we know that wasn't you, player. Wink. Call Jeff Kaufman.
Hey, when you need us.
Yes.
Yeah, when you need us.
Oof.
That voice.
I get a lot of those.
Right,
I got a lot of those.
Yeah, I bet you do. That voice you're hearing right now is Miguel Colon Jr. in the house. Don't forget the Junior. He knows his daddy. Also, I can't wait to hear this name tonight. We got Mr. Ken Miller in the house, a.k.a. the godfather of Orlando comedy. But today, he is also known as Shoe Program N-word.
Bro.
Come on, talk to us.
That clip came on today, and I think I just watched it on loop.
Do you really?
It's such a powerful thing. And then when you read the story about it, it wasn't even in the script.
He just said it.
They say he just went off script. They said it was so good. If you see all those people standing around,
that's a real
really
reaction.
Their real face is really an amazement. That Denzel, and then when you start hearing stories from others like directors and producers, like, yeah, Denzel just go out script, like, I just roll with me.
Got it.
Just roll with me. And they're always
but it's him, so they roll with it. They're like, yeah, let him do it, man.
Yeah. Like when James, when you was doing your Tubi movie last week, you couldn't go off script.
We didn't even have a script.
Yeah,
no, that's not how Tubi works. You don't get no script.
Keep his feet in focus.
There's no Miguel. Tell him there's no script for Tubi.
Tubi movie, the Spirit Airlines of movies. You get there and you're like, "Where's the director?" They're like, "I've been wanting to talk to you about that, player. You got a lot of authority in your voice. You want to direct?" You like, "Well, I'd have to see the script. Second thing we'd like to discuss." You know, my man's already on it. But hey, that's why you the executive producer.
Hey, Miguel, now go get yourself some coffee and come
yeah,
back.
you earned it. You earned it. By the way, man, we ain't got a budget for wardrobe, so it's either go naked or wear what you want. And I'm gonna be real. I like the naked idea. You know, I think we paint our bodies green. I guess some Upwork green screen India dudes to put some clothes on us.
Indian.
We could. I mean, this is like a mocap suit. I just got cotton balls taped to your nipples.
Hey, the same dudes that are trying to sell you followers on Instagram are doing the special effects on Tubi.
Yeah, man. I'm like, I had to pay for these special effects with Walmart gift cards. You know?
You don't even go to Fiverr. You go to Oneer. That's what
pretty much. That's what.
How many rupees is this gonna cost me, Sanjal?
He's like, no, I told you my name is Eric.
Yeah, that's
right.
No.
Steve.
I'm not gonna use your stealing name.
Your stealing name is wild, man.
I'm gonna use your God's given name.
God's given
with an S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up the fact that our good friend here, Mr. Jeff Kaufman, just celebrated a birthday. So, round of applause for you, brother. You made it around the sun one more time.
You know,
and I
don't know what it is about my birthday, but I get sick on my birthday every year.
You are
somehow.
sick today, man. What did you
time.
do? Bro,
I don't know, man.
Always wash your hands after you shake the stripper's hand.
I got the coronavirus. You know, that kid never
Ooh.
washes his hands.
Yeah, Craig,
got it.
I can imagine Craig is like, bro, I just read a meme. Washing your hands makes you gay and liberal. It's got to be science, Jeff. It was on a meme that was posted
Yeah.
by an account straight out of Russia.
It's science at this point, man.
Yeah.
Come on, brother. God bless you, man. So I know you usually get out of town when it's your birthday, Jeff. So
Yeah.
where did you go this year, man? Where did you go to have fun?
Oh, come on, James. You know, I've been out
Vegas?
cold. I know I've been out cold, man. And everybody calls. And here's the thing. I don't have the ability to get to everybody. Because they were like, Facebook used to be easy. It would put everything under the same thing. It'd be like 460 people. Now it's like 7 different places that you got to be clicking like to.
Mhm.
And I got about, God, I think it was like 200 texts. And I'm laying there just trying not to die, going, just get to the next day. I didn't get out of bed till today, but I had an interview with Andrew McCarthy from you remember him from Breakfast,
16
not Breakfast,
yeah.
16 Candles and Glass
Breakfast
and
Club. He
St.
was in
Elmo's,
every-
Weekend
he's
with Bernie's. Yeah.
what was it?
He's in Mannequin.
Yeah,
Mannequin,
My
bro, that was a
third
great
favorite
movie.
starring a mannequin.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I needed
Wait
that
a
on
minute.
too.
Well, some of those are tubies.
Hey, man.
Okay. Andrew McCarthy, bro. Dang, that takes me back, man.
It was, you know, when you see these people, you're going, and I know MegaCon was this weekend because everybody was hitting me up saying, hey, you coming out? I'm like, nah, I ain't getting out of bed. But MegaCon was packed. I mean, I heard people couldn't even get in there. They were taking from like 20 miles away, taking buses in. It was nuts out there.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Miguel
It was
because
like
he
Selma.
did attend MegaCon. Where did you park, Miguel? Did you park there or you park somewhere else?
Yeah, I parked at the convention center, but not at the actual one we went to. It was like a
Concourse.
15-minute walk. Yeah, over
Wow.
there. I did check out MegaCon, no biggie. Real last press pass, no biggie. Whatever.
Yeah,
And I
that's how
did
we
bring
do
as
it.
I walked into people, I'd see people standing somewhere, and I was like, "Hey, is this where press stands?" And they were like, "Oh, I don't know." I was like, "Why would you? You're not press." I'm sorry I even brought that up. I was flashing it like I was a narco cop. I was like, "Hey, yo, press pass. Everybody be cool. I'm not here for you guys. All right, I'm not here for you guys."
Just tell me what I want to
tell you
know.
what,
and
though,
no-
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of pronouns in the sci-fi community now. I'm
Yep.
like, hey, fellas, and if that's what we are, I saw a lot of dudes. I saw quite a few Sailor Moon dudes, and I was like, wow. All right, player. Like
That's it. They all play.
yeah. I'm like, get it, thug. All right. I was just walking around like an old head. I was like, I remember I used to come here, it was like 55 Wolverines. Now it was like I saw 3 dudes, Scarlet Witches, and they was just
Yeah.
bulging out. And I was like, hey, bro, that's some chaos magic right there, Holmes.
Mhm.
I can see your
Mhm.
dark hold, you know? It's cool time, man. I gotta say, MegaCon Orlando, a great time. Just full of life, man. Everybody there is out and about. I love seeing everybody. I'm a big fan of 3 kinds of costumes. I'm
Okay.
a big fan of, my God, this person is an incredible seamstress designer. And you're just looking at something they put together. I'm a fan of the engineer costume where you're like, this young lady built an actual mech suit. And she's walking around. But I'm a huge fan of, oh, my man, Charlie Brown, this one, but it's good. Like, you know, like, because every now and then somebody just throws together something and you're like, I know exactly what that is. And that's great.
Yeah.
And you know, they threw it together from like Goodwill stuff. And that's a blast too,
It
because it's just about having fun. I mean, I know that there's hierarchies of cosplay people because I know some cosplay girls and they're real cool, but they've told me that there are some people like, oh, look at this guy. He's not even black.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm like, no, man, you're there to have a good time. I look at MegaCon costumes.
Else says it's just some. Man, cosplayers are some of the cattiest people you'll ever meet. I worked 400 of these things, and they look at each other. Ugh, look at her. They are some judgmental. It is rough. They have the contest where they have like 800 people come up in line, and they're all lying about how long it took to make their costume because they bought it off of eBay. It is definitely something.
I'll come in there straight up and be like, hey, listen, man, I'll come cosplay as something that I know nobody else is going to cosplay as. I'll
Mm.
just wear like a white shirt and it'll just be soaked in red. And they're like, what are you? I'm like, I'm from the MCU. Who are you? I'm Uncle Ben, dog. You know? Where's Peter? Where's Peter? Where's Peter?
Oh
Peter.
God,
Peter.
Peter. I like to do costumes when I go though. I always make it a funny character. It's always a parody of somebody. Like I had on the leather vest, the combat boot, like boots on, and I had on the fatigues and whatnot, and an eye patch, and I was Thick Fury. Like that's the kind of stuff I like
I
doing.
remember Thick Fury. Thick
Thick
Fury was
Fury,
funny.
man. I'm
Now,
going.
I'm with Miguel. I come in the white T-shirt. Like, who are you? I said, I'm one of the franchise boys.
Yeah.
They be like, who? What?
Who?
What
Yeah.
universe? What universe? They're in the JD universe. They're in the JD.
Yeah.
They're in the JD
Yep.
universe.
So deaf universe.
Man, so deaf universe.
That's so funny, man. That's so.
I came in with a list of superheroes that were on the Epstein files. And I was like, hey, Bruce Wayne, your name is in here 697 times. You know whose name's not in here once? The Joker.
True.
He's like, yeah, Bruce Wayne's like, what? I knew the guy. We were in some financial stuff. The Joker's like, we all knew what he did with kids. We all knew, Bruce, and you still went. Your Honor, I was riding a giant float listening to Prince. I was gonna gas the whole city of Gotham. And Jeffrey Epstein said, I'll lend you the money to buy that float. I said, get your child molested money away from me. That's not what I'm in this for.
I'm a proper villain. I shall
That's
not.
not
let
what I'm
you
in
get
this
me,
for.
You shall suffer.
Snagglepuss, he invited you. He invited me all the time, and I said, no way, Jeffrey. Snagglepuss doesn't roll like that. Snagglepuss is for the adult tiger lovers, not the babies. He loves the babies.
I'm like,
Snagglepuss
Trick, I
loves the
love the
kids.
kids. God bless.
Dick Grayson, what do you think? I never wanted to go, Bruce. I never wanted to go. You didn't make Jason Todd go. I wouldn't go.
Hey, could I ask a
wouldn't
dumb
go.
question? Speaking of Bruce Wayne, who kept giving him all these quote unquote wards when they kept dying?
Oh, I'll tell you right
Well,
now, man.
they-
Hey, listen, man. I'll tell you right now.
Hey,
I'll tell you right now because you know Jason Todd, Dick Grayson. What's Jason Todd, Dick Grayson,
Tim Drake.
all of them, right? Amazing athletes. So Bruce had him at Gotham High, and they were like, "Hey, man, you get him in this district, I'll fudge it." There was somebody at Child Services that was like, "Hey, Gotham High's gymnastic team has not made it to the regionals. We got to do something." And he was like, Bruce Wayne was like, "Hey, listen, man, I got something for you, player. I'll adopt him." And then we put him in Gotham High's gymnastic team, and we show Metropolis what it's like to be a real G. I can imagine too, man. I can imagine Clark Kent working on that story. He's like, I've been studying. You know that Bruce Wayne's got like 5 little kids living with him, and then he just his exec at the newspapers wearing a Gotham High T-shirt. He's like, yeah, bury that story. I'm not interested. What's Gotham High?
Not my alma mater.
Oh, that's funny. We got to take a short little break to go talk to Child Services real quick. We'll be right back on Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1. You are still listening to Real Labs on Real Radio 104.1. I'm your host, James, joined in virtual studio with my good friends Jeff Goff and Miguel Colon Jr. and Ken Miller, aka Shoe Program N Word. Now, I wanted to bring something up real quick about comedy, guys. There's a lot of guys that we know, young comics up and coming, and they always ask, like, hey, man, how do I move up? What do I do? Thing that Ken always tells everybody is don't be in a hurry, because when you rush this process, things can happen that will hinder your career later. Like if you try out for a comedy club too soon and it don't go well, you will not get another shot in that club for a long time. So when you do get an opportunity, the reason I say all this is you need to be ready, because I just heard a story about Kevin Hart that I had no idea went down this way. I was this old today when I just found out that Kevin Hart in the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin, y'all remember that scene he did in that pine store? He wasn't cast to be in that movie. He knew the producers, and they said, "Hey, Kev, just stop by, bro." So when he stopped by, they said, "Hey, will you just get in this scene and see if you can just work magic?" No script. Didn't know what was going on, but just was ready as a comedian who had been grinding for a long time. He took that opportunity and made one of the funniest damn scenes in 40-Year-Old Virgin, where he's going back and forth with the dude.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, "Hey, bro, I need you to hook me up, man. I need you to be my N-word." He's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Aim
Hey,
high, Willis.
yeah."
Hey James, did they tell you that story for inspiration on the set of your Tubi movie?
Nah,
They were like,
nah.
let me.
Yeah.
Every movie doesn't need these scripts like they talk about in the old Hollywood. You know that movie Sinners?
Yeah.
No script, nothing. Nobody even knew. Nothing. Nobody even knew. Michael B. Jordan just showed up. This other dude looked like Michael B. Jordan. He's like, I got an idea. I have an idea. Haley Steinfeld was just passing by. She was going to pick up her check from Hawkeye, and they said, "Hold up! I got some stuff running here.
That's funny.
What if you're in this too?" And then the Irish vampires actually showed up. The whole time they were just trying to get in the movie, and they were like, "Keep the cameras rolling. Keep the cameras rolling. Oh, this is good."
Okay, man.
Yeah.
So I just found that interesting that Kevin Hart got one of the biggest parts that helped propel his career, and he wasn't even cast in it. He just went there and ad-libbed that scene. One of the funniest things I've ever seen, bro. So,
I would say this, man. You know me, I don't give advice no more. A comedian hit me up the other day and said, "Can you watch my video?" And I said no.
Damn,
I said,
like that?
I said no. I said, dude, I'm out of that space of advice and mentoring. You ask somebody else. But I will tell you a moment in my career where I was ready for that moment, and I actually got moved up. I went to go audition to host for Bonkers. I don't know if you remember Bonkers had that Italian supper club in Kissimmee.
I did it with you.
It was no, the first time I did it, it was with Red from Mad TV.
And then they called me to do it with you like the next night or something like that.
Chris
Right?
Red?
No, his name Red something. He light-skinned dude. He was on like Mad TV. This is Miguel. This is almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Bro. This is when I first started comedy.
Time. Yeah.
And Carmen Valone actually booked me to be the host. Now, the owner of Bonkers had never seen me before. He'd never seen me. He heard of me. He had never seen me. He says, "Hey, I don't know you. I've never seen you. I don't know you. I don't know these comics, whatever. I'm gonna give you a 10-minute guest spot. And if you go well, then you can feature." I buried the whole show. And the next night I was featuring for James.
That's wild. They called me to leave Bonkers at Universal and come there to headline. Like, "James, how long will it take you to get here after that show?"
Yeah.
I'm like,
the next night I was headline. Because the guy who ran the club, the restaurant, didn't know how comedy works. So he was like, "Hey, can this kid come back and close?" And I was like, "Close the restaurant, like clean up."
Yeah, I put the tables up. I'll check side work.
I got salt and pepper. Yeah.
And
I like when
after that I was featuring
pretty much.
I like how Bonkers used to like intimidate me, and they'd be like, "Listen, Miguel, you need to do really well at this room and show us what you can do, and then we might move you up to headliner." And I'm like, "Well, I can't wait to rock out this feminine products aisle of a CVS." Because this room ain't got a microphone. I'm standing on a milk cart. You literally, and they used to get me every time. Shout out, man. And I cut my bones on Bonkers. I tell stories whenever I run into other Florida comics. We're in a green room in another city somewhere. We start telling Bonkers stories because, the reason why, and I will say this with pride, the reason why I can perform in front of any audience you give me is because when I came up under Bonkers, you never had a clue what kind of audience you were about to perform in front of, what kind of venue you were going to perform. Because Bonkers was one of the first people to ever book me to perform at like city civic centers. And I come in there used to doing like restaurants with them, and all of a sudden they're like, "Okay, there's 500 people. The mayor wants to come out and say something." I'm like, "What? They just had me at a Golden Corral yesterday."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I was handing out steak while telling jokes. They were like, when they were telling me the notes, they're like, you the headliner, kid? Okay, a couple notes real quick. No F-bombs, nothing political. Everybody gets one piece of sirloin, put a little bit of the au jus on top. We tip share, so don't steal. And if you're good, man, I'll get you to work the Wednesday lunch.
Yeah.
You sure you ready
Yep,
for this
that's-
room? You ready? You think you can handle it?
Hey,
Bro.
what's crazy about that too? I've been watching so many comic interviews. I didn't know the amount of comedians that have performed in bowling alleys.
All
Bro,
of it.
it's good to it's a
Bro,
great
I
feeling.
did not know. Every comedian I've watched in the interview has a bowling alley story that they performed at a bowling alley. And I probably performed in every bowling alley in Central Florida.
I've performed at enough bowling alleys that there's some that you mentioned, and I'm like, oh man, Latitudes. What a great bowling alley. You guys know, hey guys, if listeners right now, we've performed in so many jank, whack ass bowling alleys that every now and then you'll mention a bowling. I'll be like, I'll never perform at a bowling alley in my life. They're like, what about Three Kings in Memphis? Is that still open? Is Greg still the GM?
Bro, we love Latitudes though. Latitudes was
God,
different.
It was in Jacksonville and it was in Pennsylvania. I
Pittsburgh.
remember
Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
The
Yeah,
Pittsburgh room seated
Oh, man.
400
400,
people.
and it would be packed. It would be packed.
Look here, man.
It was packed. It was good. It was a great
Let,
room,
let-
man.
let me tell you about that run. You had to drive to Maryland and do that Maryland room,
Yep.
and then drive.
Rocky Gap.
Yeah, Rocky
Rocky
Gap,
Gap.
and then drive
Gap
to
Casino.
Maryland. Yeah, and then drive to Pittsburgh.
Uh-huh.
Then did Pittsburgh, and I got finished with Pittsburgh. I had to get up at the crack o' dawn because I had to drive to Orlando because I had a show at 7 at the Improv.
Oh, you
I
drove?
Bro, I was running in the club. I was like, y'all ready for your headliner? Give it up for Kim.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
Did you
right
guys
there,
ever do
bro.
Black Hawk? Did you guys ever do Black Hawk Casino
I didn't do
in
Black
Colorado?
Hawk. I remember it. Yeah, I never did Black
Hey,
Hawk.
on the ride to Black Hawk, you driving and you passing through Denver, and you like, oh man, Denver. And then you're like, okay, I'm leaving Denver. And then you're like, oh, Parker, this is cool. And as you keep getting closer and closer to where you're going, you're like, I think this is where Frodo had to bring the ring. Like, you know, like I'm like, oh man, watch out for them orcs and spiders. Like, yo.
Oh man. Hey, you got
Even
to
the Eagles
club,
didn't
they're
fly
like,
there. They were like, oh no.
you all got to the club. They're like, you know how to use this sword, I assume. right?
Yeah. I came in there and they were like, one joke to make them laugh, one joke to tell them all, one joke to rock the crowd, and you get free tickets to skee ball. I had to tell the jokes in the black tongue of Mordor. I'm like, y'all ever go to the DMV? Arashkar Machalpatach Mando Telebaco. Oh man, this is good, man. What up, Gondor? What up, no?
Yeah. That dude Miguel was like, "Bond not weep, grind not weep, ninny bomb."
Where my orcs at? Saruman.
Jeff, you didn't get to do any of the bowling alleys, did you?
No, I don't, but I'm going to the Island Casino in Michigan. I fly out Wednesday night for
That's
a
a good
Thursday night show.
That's a
And I
good
got to
one.
call the DJ. I got to call the local radio station. And I said, are people going to be there on a Thursday night? She goes, oh, it's still cold here. Everyone's going to be there.
I told
Yep.
you. I'm
And I was
telling
like,
you,
woo.
when you get there 15 minutes before the show, you're going to be panicking.
Yeah.
You're going to be panicking, and just walk away and come back in 10 minutes. And it's like a town hall meeting.
Yeah.
Who let these Negroes move here?
Uh-huh.
It's like a town hall meeting. I swear to God, bro. It's crazy, son. But it was one of the funnest rooms I've done. You're gonna have a good time. I love it.
I'm
a
looking
blast.
forward to it, man. I got to talk to her a little bit about it. But she said to me, she goes, now don't be bothered. Nobody will sit in the front tables. I was like, what? She goes, they're afraid because they've seen what comedians do. So nobody will sit in the front tables. I'm going, oof. I'm not a fan of that one. I hate that.
Well, I would tell you, Jeff, if you think that's bad, back in the day, Bonkers had a room at Universal City Walk, and they wouldn't put any tables on the dance floor. So there was 20 feet before you saw the first person away from the stage. Yeah, so it was.
But they still was live though.
They was live.
They still live though.
They were good.
Let me tell you
Hey,
another
man.
one. Back in the day, Bonkers had a club at Port Orange, and somebody might die during
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Because they died during my show.
I
Yeah.
killed somebody in Port Orange. They still looking for me for that one.
that's funny.
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. I used to pray that James was out of town so I could host at University. I mean, I'm like,
Because-
Marcus, so is James on the road this
right?
week?
Because keep in mind, because no, everybody couldn't host that room. It
Nah,
was a
everybody, she
hard
wouldn't let
room for
everybody. Yeah, she
Yeah.
wouldn't live. And to me, it was a hard room, but once you got them, it was 3-4. It was a lot of people in there.
440 people.
So once you
every
got now,
weekend.
Thursdays used to be the
Lighter.
iffy night, but Friday and Saturday, because everybody
Packed.
was clubbing after. Oh my
Packed.
God, bro! I used to love doing that room. I
And
used
just-
to love it.
To talk like to bring up what I said earlier, if you cut your bones early with Bonkers, you might have 450 people at Universal from all over this country. The next
Correct.
day you at Ocala at a horse breeder's place, then
Yep.
you at a hamburger place, then you at the beach, then you booked at a place, and Margaret's telling you like, hey, this might be the last show. You know, like just be ready, yo. They might, and then you at a place and nobody told you it's 2 shows tonight. You know how many times I got somewhere and I'm like, shows at 8. They're like, the first show. We added another one. And I'm like, and nobody told me about that. Yeah. But you're like, it's the beginning of your career. The thing I will say, because I make fun of Bonkers all the time for having the jankiest rooms, because they did have janky rooms. I cut my bones with this booking agency, though. And I will say this. I got paid every dollar I was ever promised, and that's pathetic because of what I got promised. But I got paid every dollar. I never got cheated on my money.
No.
I never got lied to on anything other than like it's gonna be a great show. But
It's a great room. It's a great room. It's a great room.
I, in the beginning of my career 15 years ago, if I needed to, I could be booked 35 weeks in Florida, Southeast with Bonkers. And I'm gonna tell you this to young cats who don't understand the value of that. I spent my very first comedy show was an open mic. My second show, me and Jersey were at Latitude. He took me on the road to Latitudes to feature for him. So my second time doing comedy was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, for because he did Maryland and I joined him at Pittsburgh. My second time on with a microphone in my hand, I was in front of that Latitudes room, maybe 150 people at a paid comedy show, one of the best shows. But I spent my first 3 years of comedy featuring for like Jersey, Dean, Alex Yu, Eric Myers, all doing Bonkers rooms. And I honestly, my first 3 years of comedy, I was doing 35 weekends a year at C-level comedy rooms that were comedy rooms, though. This wasn't, I wasn't at open mics. No. 35 weekends at real rooms. And like I said, sometimes I'll be like, where we going to be today, Eric? And he's like, okay, it's a pasta restaurant, Miguel. The table on the left is our stage. And I'd be like, oh, man, this is crap. And then other days I'll be like, where are we going to be at? He's like, the governor is having a Bonkers night. It's 700 donors. And I'm like, what? And you never knew.
Well, we had a great show.
All Florida comics who came up under that.
Oh, great comics.
We had a great show.
Everybody who came up under it.
We had one in Flagler, and what I remember most about it was, and I'm not going to mention the room, but they didn't have it lit that day, so the lights were on the floor, and all 4 of us were performing, looking like Vincent Price.
Yeah, that
that was a weird one. That was like, okay, how do we look under this?
There's always shows in Florida where there's going to be one thing missing from the show. Like, all right, we don't have chairs, we don't have a microphone, or we don't have
money.
Or money. Yeah, it's always gonna be one thing missing from the show. It's gonna make it a little bit difficult, but we still do it anyway.
Hey, you ever been doing a show and realize that the promoters try not to pay you?
Oh yeah.
You like there, and he's like, hey man, I ain't mentioned this before, but whatever you want to eat, I got you.
Oh yeah.
You're like, yeah? He's like, yeah, whatever you want. And then you see him getting his car keys in his hand. You like, hey. Hey.
Yep.
Hey guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more hilarity right here on Real Laughs, Real Radio 104.1. Welcome back, everybody. You are still listening to Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. We are your nightcap of comedy. I want to remind everybody right now, I'm in studio with Mr. Jeff the Batman Kaufman, Miguel Colon Jr., and Ken Miller, aka Shoe Program N-word. I don't want you guys to go one more day without following us on social media. I want y'all to go to Facebook. I need you to go to Instagram, even YouTube. We're trying to get our subscriber count up to 2,000. So I need you guys to comment, like, and follow us, my people. Ken, what's up?
I'm waiting for you to call on me, teacher.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, man. I stopped the whole thing. I didn't know. Ken,
I wait with my
What do you-
teacher.
Ken put
Ken was
one
doing?
finger up.
You know what
He
I
looked
gotta
like-
say? You know what I gotta
he
say?
like-
Shout out to our sponsor, Kaufman and Lynn. Will you need us.com 407-500 Jeff. Call Jeff. He picking the phone up. Slip and fall, car accident, kicking the ass. Call Jeff. That's his new motto. If somebody kick you in the ass,
Yep.
call Jeff Kaufman.
A lot of lawyers won't take a kick in the ass case, but I'm here to tell you that those big guys, they're not going to represent you. It's Morgan and Borgen, they're not going to represent you in a kick ass. Moulin and Grulin, they don't care about a kick ass, but here at Kaufman and Lynn, we built this building on ass kickings.
Jeff, on everything I love, if somebody called this hotline and say they got kicked in the ass, you better tell us on the record.
Oh, not only I'll tell you, it'll be like, you got insurance?
Oh man,
I'll ask.
that's funny,
It's the
man.
No,
James,
we have that all the
Kaufman
time. People
yesterday?
get beat up. Yeah.
Oh, you people hit you
They
up
get
and
beat up and come to you.
Yo, they get beat up all the time. People get beat up everywhere they go. They
What do
get
you
beat up.
tell 'em?
Well, they got beat up in Wendy's. See, we took a
Mm.
case to trial where the woman got mad and jumped over the counter and punched this dude. And they have video and everything. And then it goes outside and they have this huge brawl in the parking lot. It was like, you know,
Which
when you
one were
talk
you-
about,
Which one were you
Go ahead.
representing?
we were representing the customer who just got beat up. The person just asked for a straw, and the woman hopped over the counter and went after him, and it went out.
Oh, the
to-
cashier hopped over and tried.
Yeah.
To, oh, okay. I didn't
I
know
can
that.
imagine too. They like they
Happens
didn't
all the
have
time,
the video.
man.
They didn't have the video evidence yet, and then Jeff got a call to meet up with somebody, and he's in an alley, and he just sees this cigarette flicking, and the guy's like, "I got a tape that might help you out." And every time he puffs and it lights up, you can see it's the Burger King. You know,
Yep.
take this tape, kid.
The Burger
Hey.
King's a snitch.
Hey,
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all seen the new commercial after the Burger Wars. The CEO of Burger King came out and said, "Look, man, we done revamped the Whopper. We want y'all to come eat it." He said, "Is the meat better? Fresher toppings? Is because the Whopper used to be one of my favorite
Well,
burgers,
It used to
And-
be
and I- it-
amazing.
but because you know, Jeff, on base we had a Burger King.
I
That
worked
was
at
it.
Burger King. I know all the Burger King secrets.
Mm.
All we had on the military
Oh,
base,
yeah.
James, we had a Burger King, and if you went to the PX, they had
Yep.
boardwalk fries,
Whoa,
boardwalk fries,
back in the day, I used to go to the mall and get boardwalk fries.
and they had a Chinese restaurant. Always had a Chinese restaurant, and then like a couple of years later, they opened a Popeyes on base.
Oh,
But
wow.
Burger King was the only fast food
only
restaurant.
Burger King
and,
for me.
and they had
Yep.
a 90. Then the Whopper was 99 cents, no
Hey,
tax.
I remember that. Hey, y'all opened a Popeyes later on in your base.
Yeah,
Where did y'all
line out
find
the door.
Where did y'all find a bunch of angry black people to work in it?
Oh, the
No,
infantry.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
On-
A lot
on
of
base,
91 Bravos and that.
Yeah, on base, Mama San working there. I don't care where you go, it's gonna be some Koreans working on base.
That's everywhere.
Everywhere you went to,
Yep.
it's gonna be some
That's
Koreans working on
funny.
base.
Filipinos on a Navy base.
Yep.
Yeah, but see, a lot of people, they would just bring food to your dorms. There'd be like 50 people with like these big bags, and they go, "You want to buy a sub? You want to buy a pizza?"
Yeah, you always had
Hey,
somebody
$5,
walk around selling
$5.
food. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
You-
Somebody was flipping food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's
Original
smart.
And it
though.
was
East,
good
baby.
too. Yep.
That's
Military guys have money. You know, we don't leave
Yeah.
base. Here, take our $5. 10, 5.
Gotcha.
Good days.
You a
So
Whopper
somebody-
guy, man? I'm a Baconator boy.
Wendy's.
Oh, bro, I used to
Wendy's.
love the Baconator till my cholesterol went up.
Bro, I can't do Wendy's at night anymore. If I eat a Baconator, then go to sleep,
Yeah.
fire in my
Hey,
throat.
Yeah,
My-
man.
My GERD. What do you call it, Ken? My GERD.
That GERD,
act up.
bro.
Good.
That GERD. But I like Wendy's burgers more than any other fast food.
Me
burger.
too. I really like Wendy's
I like
burgers.
Wendy's
like
burger
Wendy's.
more than fast food burgers.
I want to see all the CEOs from them whack chains we never heard of, like A&W Root Beer. He's like, we in business still? Well, I'll be damned.
Yeah.
I haven't checked any of those emails. Oh man, bring that thing out. Let's try
But
that.
they're always attached to something like a Wetzel's pretzel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, they're-
it's always a
Building
weird
themselves.
alignment too.
Yeah.
It's like
Need
A&W Root Beer and Cecil's Manatee Fries. What? You know, Cecil's Manatee Fries. What are they made of? I don't. Nobody's ever ordered them. We just here.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I haven't had A&W in forever, bro.
Okay, I haven't had Long John Silver's since I was
Oh,
like
yeah.
5 years old,
Yeah, I have it on them. Yeah. When
I
I
don't
go
think-
home, I eat Captain D's.
bro.
I eat
Bro.
Captain D's when I go home.
They used
Fried
to have
shrimp.
those where I live. Not anymore, man. They don't have any
Yeah.
Captain D's in Kissimmee.
Arthur Treacher's used to be the fried food.
Arthur
fried seafood.
Arthur.
Treacher. Yo, I
Arthur
remember
Treacher's in the Justice League.
Yes.
Arthur Treacher, I heard you talk to fish. You better watch your goddamn mouth, Bruce Wayne with them little kids. Joker told me.
That's
Yo,
funny. That's
bro,
funny
I
as
had
hell.
churches a couple of months ago.
There's
Was it like
churches
it?
downtown.
Was it like
Yeah.
it used to be though?
Nah, it's not like when I was a kid. It
Okay.
was not. It wasn't. It's not.
Bojangles.
Because
Nope.
it's called Church's Texas Chicken now.
Yeah, I didn't know churches was Texas.
Yeah, it's Church's
Me
Texas
either.
Chicken now.
I never walked in there once. I heard UGK playing.
That's funny.
You go to the church's drive-through, it's all chopped and screwed. You like, hey man, can I get a number 6? Yeah, player.
I choose a number 2.
Welcome to churches, little daddy. Yeah. What you hoppers want? It's Paul Wall. Welcome to churches.
Hey, not only
let
do
me
we
get a
cook
let
on
me
the
get a, let
grill,
me get a 3-piece and some purple drink.
perp. Perp. Because you black people love your purples.
This
Mhm.
dude
You want some
said
codeine
his
on them
top is
fries?
screwed,
Know it.
bro. Oh my God, son.
Oh,
I'm
I
up here
choose
sweating, bro.
you. That's funny as hell, man.
What else, man? I'm trying to think of something that like fast food why I just haven't had in a minute.
Hardee's used to exist. Now Hardee's.
Oh,
are
yeah,
going
Hardee's.
they
away.
got Hardee's. They got some Hardee's here. Hardee's got a great breakfast though.
They do.
Their
got
breakfast
good
is really
biscuit.
good. That biscuit, yeah, them biscuits is great.
Arby's used to be good. Arby's beef and cheddar used to be good a long time ago.
Man,
Man, every time you get that
and the
Arby's, you
jumbo
like, hey man, I remember her.
Yeah.
Jeff Kaufman, let me tell you something. The smell of Arby's makes me sick. My brother worked at Arby's in high school, used to bring it home. Them cherry turnover pies.
Turnovers. Yep.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
goodness.
Jamocha
gracious.
shakes. Oh, yeah.
Jamocha shakes.
Yeah.
And because of them, I hate curly fries. Curly fries.
The
and
Mocha
crinkle
Shake
fries.
sounds like a ball player.
Yeah.
Like
That's
an N1
funny.
mixtape, yo. From Harlem at 6'1", Jamocha Shakes.
Yeah, and he Jamocha Shake because he mixed and he got a little bit of the Michael J. Fox in him.
Yeah, he's mixed and he was a fetal alcohol syndrome baby. Jamocha Shakes, born in a Buick Skylark, he's got some moves. He'd be playing for Gonzaga if it wasn't for all those associated incidents with him and Mason Cameron. And Jamocha Shakes 6'3", Harlem World.
Oh man.
That's funny as hell. Jamocha. How do we get here, Jamocha Shakes, man?
Jamocha Shakes, that's an STD you get. Hey doc, man, it's I got the Jamocha Shakes. Ooh, it's gonna burn when you cough.
When you cough.
Hey, real quick, what was that place the food place that used to have in every mall with the corn dogs in a yellow cup with the lemonade? Y'all remember that?
It's not Orange
Yes, it
Julius.
Auntie Anne's pretzel?
Nah, it was corn dogs. It wasn't a pretzel. I guess we only had it at the Florida Mall, but I thought it was everywhere. They
Nathan.
used to, huh? Nah,
Now,
Nathan's.
Nathan's is a ripoff because it's not the real Nathan's. They just
Nah.
buy the hot dogs in the 7-Eleven and put
Nathan's
it in the
and
to cook
Kenny
it.
Rogers Roasters are together, and I'm like, when will y'all just die?
Oh my God, that's sad.
They
Damn,
moved in
that's sad.
together. That's how they needed a
Yeah.
roommate. That's
Yeah,
what
they're
happened.
splitting the rent.
We had a knockoff Arby's when I was a kid, and it was called Racks. I don't know if you guys had that where y'all live.
Yeah.
It was a roast beef, same thing as Arby's.
What's
Like
up,
Chris-
girl? Where you work? Racks. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. With
Now,
them bamboo
what
earrings.
does Zaxby's work? I love Zaxby's, but for some reason it can't work anywhere. I see like one out of every 50 different other places.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
like my thing. I you put a gun to my head right now and you tell me what are Burger King's hours of operations. I have no clue. I don't know what time they open because McDonald's is either 24 hours or they open at like 5 in the morning and they close at like midnight. But you're like, what time Burger King open? I'm like,
I got to look at the lights.
yeah, I don't know. It depends on what they're selling at that Burger King.
True.
Because you go to a Burger King too, man. You don't see commercials for Burger King much anymore. And
Nah.
Taco Bell, you roll up to Taco Bell and you roll up to Taco Bell for them to tell you what you're getting.
Mhm.
Because you
Pretty
roll
much.
up and they're like, hey, welcome to Taco Bell. You trying to get a Doritos, Logos, Chicharrone, Snickers? Yeah. Yeah, you are. You fat bastard.
Hey James,
Chicharron is Snicker.
It's Chicharoni Snickers,
James,
bruh.
they had a bunch of different names. Like people, I googled it. I just looked up the yellow, and it was like the corn dog. It
Yeah,
was one part called hot dog on a stick.
yeah.
But yeah, they just had like random I don't know if you can see the picture.
That's it.
Hey, you
Yeah,
know when they
yeah. That's
when
it.
they named it hot dog on a stick, they were like, "Hey guys, this ain't gonna be the real name. We just gonna call it this for now until we come up with a name." Hot dog on a stick. Sound good? Yeah.
Y'all like that?
4 hours before they signed the paperwork. What y'all mean y'all ain't named? Oh, I told you Cornelius is or something. God damn it.
Cornelius.
Hot dog on a stick. God damn it. That was just supposed to be a placeholder, but it was a long weekend. No, I
Gotcha.
know. We all went to Racks. We was hanging out with them Racks girls.
That's funny. Hey, I'm gonna give y'all a hot take, and I know everybody on the West Coast gonna hate me. I think In-N-Out Burger is horrible.
You a mark ass buster. That's for everybody on
Yeah.
the West
No,
Coast.
it's
to say.
mediocre. It's
In-N-Out
mediocre.
Burger is mediocre. It's just like it's consistently okay.
Yeah,
So I get that part.
yeah.
But first of all, man, like is the hype around In-N-Out, and then they'll try to tell me it's
Nope.
like, oh, that's like y'all got that hype around Chick-fil-A. And I'm like, why don't you first of all watch your goddamn mouth?
The mouth.
Yeah.
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 First off,
Yeah.
I eat fat burger before I eat an In-N-Out burger.
I'm with you.
And I think
I'm
Five
with you.
Guys is better.
I
Oh,
agree.
yeah,
Hey,
I
I
like
agree
Five
with that, Jeff. Five Guys exists in this weird part where it's like, is it a fast food or are we stepping into like diner? You know, like it's a different story. But Five Guys, you're right,
You're
Jeff.
right.
And Five Guys hot dogs, fire. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
ever
It
been-
really is.
Yeah.
You
They
with
spit it.
bacon.
Fire.
You get the you get it. I used to order it. People go, "Are you nuts?" I said, "No."
Yeah.
Could you put bacon on top of it?
Yeah. And little
Bacon on the
onions in it.
burger. Ooh, so good.
I like Five Guys because they don't care if you got a peanut
But
allergy.
the best
No,
one
you
in
don't.
Hey,
Orlando
no, this
is
place
best.
ain't for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Best Burgers. I think is one of the best ones we
That's
have.
Best
in
Burger. That's
Orlando.
your homegirl. Yeah, Best Burgers.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
go in there, it's good.
I'm a fan
Yeah.
of the Junior Columbia Burger.
Oh,
Junior Columbia Burgers. Fire,
Poppy's.
bro.
There's a place downtown called Poppy's, which is Poppy's Smash Burger, which is downtown now, and it's open till like 3 a.m. So you
that's
can
the one
like
you took me to,
fall
Jeff,
into it.
right? The one
Oh,
we
yeah.
walked to. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
good. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a good burger.
Yep.
Go there and get one.
Yeah,
Well,
but I say this before we go. But
Hey,
for
talk
the for the Five Guys burger, Jeff got to win you a settlement. Because other than that, you ain't gonna be able to pay no
Yeah,
Five
true.
Guys
You better got kicked in the ass by the Five Guys employee.
Put it on the EBT. It's okay.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
They don't take EBT in Five
Not
Guys.
no
You
man.
go to Five Guys, you got to go sit down with the finance guy. He's like, I'm gonna see if I can get you into this hot dog. I'm gonna see. Do you have a trade in? You don't have a trade in? Can you get somebody on the phone to co-sign? If you get Jeff on the phone to co-sign for you, I'm gonna get you this hot dog. Jeff walks in and they run his credit like, oh, player.
Hey.
What do you even do? Let me take you to the back. Let me show you some stuff we got. Have you ever had a Five Guys exotic burger? This one here, it's made of mammoth. You know?
You know that monkey poochie right here.
Mhm.
Right
Are you
here.
sure?
Oh,
This is
man.
all you can put down.
we'll give you can take the stuffed orangutan home too with you.
Yeah.
Oh my
funny.
goodness, bro.
Before we
That's
go,
good.
guys, real quick, where y'all gonna be performing this weekend? I know Jeff, you are going to be out of town in Michigan, my friend, doing comedy.
Yep.
Mr. Ken Miller, where you gonna be?
Man, I'm being ATL ho. It's my
ITL, shouty.
It's my birthday, man. I will be celebrate my 49th birthday in Atlanta this weekend, going to see Boys the Men, Jodeci, and Miss
Boyz II Men.
Toni Braxton, man. So no comedy for this weekend, man. 49. I round up, man. 50 years old, bro.
There you go, brother. Hey, happy birthday to you, brother. You done made
Thanks,
it. You done made it
blood.
in these streets. Miguel, where you gonna be this weekend, sir?
I'm chilling this weekend. I'm going to be back on the road April 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. April 8th, I will be in Austin, Texas. 9th and 10th, I will be in Dallas, Fort Worth. And 11th and 12th, I will be back in Austin, Texas.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Also, buy
Very
your
nice.
Pirates tickets. Your indoor football league.
Yeah,
We got a
go
new
support
team.
the Pirates.
First home game is on the 4th, I believe. It's a Sunday on Easter. So once you get out of church, head right to the game. It's at 4:00.
There you go, guys. And if you can catch me this Friday at one of my favorite places to play and some of the best food I've ever eaten, I will be at Winter Circle in Lakeland. If you guys want to come check me out, it's a free show. Then Saturday, I'm still in Lakeland. I'm doing Lakeland Labs with my good friend, man. Y'all come out and support. Go to my actual social media for tickets for that Saturday show. Come on out and let me put some comedy in your life. And do me a favor, if you can please go look up Theme Park Comedians on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Facebook. Follow us, people. We do funny skits about going to the theme parks and having a good time. Thank you guys so much for listening to us. On behalf of Ken Miller, James, Jan, myself, Mr. Jeff, the Batman Kaufman, and Miguel Colon Jr., we will see y'all tomorrow night. But Ken, tell them what to do.
Take your ass to bed. Hey, and follow me and Miguel when we go to Fun Spot.
Yeah, because guess what? We've got our new group. It's called Best Friends Are Better Than Devin and James. And we're going to go to Fun Spot. And then sometimes we're just going to go to a batting cage because we're not uppity. We're not uppity. Hey, Reedy Creek, stop making your own rules, okay? Fun Spot doesn't do that. Hey, Walt Disney, I know how you felt about minorities.
We out.